Alrighty, here we are. Hello guys, what is up? And welcome to a live 1v1 game between Say My Name, aka Yellow. He's over to the right in blue, playing as the Huns. And over to the left in red, we've got Artras playing as the Huns also. It is Arabia, it is an Arabia Hun war, and unfortunately, I know I'm going to get a lot of criticism for this, but unfortunately I didn't actually know what they were going to play. It was just literally 1v1 Arabia. Whether they were not they played Huns or not was completely unknown to me until the game launched just now, so there we go. But either way, we're going to watch this one and see what goes down. I was trying to watch some other games earlier as well, but it kept breaking for some reason. So thankfully, this one is working alright, and yeah, we'll see what we've got going down here. Let me think then, let's have a chat. I've always got something to say. I've just got to rack my brain to find it. Yeah, I started playing Hearthstone yesterday. That was pretty fun. I actually uploaded a video of that to the channel as well, and it seems like it got a pretty good reception at first, and then I checked it this morning and there was a bunch of dislikes on it, but that's expected, I guess. It's something that's not Age of Empires. People are going to downvote it to hell, but to be honest with you, I really could not care less. It's something that I enjoy, and I think I could see myself really getting into Hearthstone. I think I've got the potential to be quite good at it. And it's one of those games where there is a lot of strategy involved as well. You know, similarly to Age of Empires, there is a lot of strategy. And because it is still in beta, and because it is a relatively new game, it leaves quite a lot to be discovered. And that is something to me that I find very, very exciting. Having a game that is very new and discovering things about it. I always remember a long while ago, back in my day, a long time ago, when I was a wee boy, I used to go to my dad's at the weekend and play Age of Empires with my friend from Australia. It wasn't Barbecue Turkman, but I'm sure if Barbecue Turkman and I had known each other then, we would have played together. But I think his name was Michael, and we used to play Age of Empires together at the weekends. And yeah, I always remember, because Age of Empires was quite new at the time, there wasn't really a kind of, you know, set of strategies. There was no sort of, alright, so we're playing Arabia, we're going to do this, and this. It was kind of like, well, let's just make something up. Let's try and figure something out for ourselves. And it was always a hell of a lot of fun coming up with strategies. And I remember we always used to play these co-op games where, like, we'd both play as the same colour so that we could co-op, and like I'd be in charge of gathering all the resources and he'd be in charge of making military and things. Those really were the good old days. I enjoyed playing Age of Empires so much back then, when there was no real clear way of doing things. And you know, it's interesting how strategies have actually evolved over the years. I mean, you know, back in the first WCGs and things, and the old L-Clan tournaments, when you had Grunt and Halen, obviously Chris as well at that time, their playstyle was very different. They often made a lot more trash units in the feudal age, a lot of spearmen and skirmishers, and often very aggressive tower rushes as well, something that was very fun to see, and something that you just don't see that often anymore. I think there was a little bit less reliance on walls, but obviously walls are always going to be a big part of this game. But it was always fun to see, and it always intrigues me how strategies change and develop over time. And that is something, well, one of the reasons why I could get into Hearthstone now, while it's actually fairly new. Another thing as well is that there's a discussion at the moment about a balance patch for Age of Empires. Now, for me, I would love to see a balance patch for this game, but the problem is there's already sort of stuff out there that exists. Carlos Ferdinand, John Mendel, they made a balance patch a while ago, and I think it was a list of 70 different things that they changed about Age of Empires: The Conquerors, and they edited a few things. They nerfed the Huns cavalry archers a bit, they nerfed walls slightly, and they did all sorts of other things to increase fireship speed, to make water battles more interesting. But the problem is, no one bloody played it. And it's very difficult to convince people who've been playing this game for, I don't know, maybe 12 years now, to actually try something different and actually, you know, try a balance patch that has been made. I actually think that a balance patch would be great for the game, but I also think that implementing 70 changes all at once is a little bit too much for anyone to take in. I mean, it very much completely change the way that the game is played, and those kind of changes I think need to be implemented slowly and over a long period of time. So personally, I would love to see a balance patch for this, for Age of Empires: The Conquerors, and if Voobly were to enforce it, which is in the discussion as well, if they made a balance patch and actually enforced it, and maybe updated it every month with a few more changes, we could see the metagame for Age of Empires 2 change a bit, and we can actually bring back some of that excitement of discovering new strategies and coming up with new things, because that is one of the most exciting things about games, well, RTS games and strategy games, actually formulating a strategy. Because everybody wants to make a strategy that nobody's seen before, or something that's really different but actually good. And having a balance patch is going to be able to allow people to do that. So that's something that I'm really passionate about and I would love to see. But whether or not we see that or not, I don't know. I'm not very, very hopeful. This community is very stubborn and stuck in its ways. Alright, well, I've finished up talking about it. I didn't actually intend to come out with all that. It just sort of popped out and I got rolling. That's what happens when I start talking about something that I feel strongly about. Just keep talking. So, what have we got? We've got both of them up to the feudal age. Very close time there indeed. But Artress has got a little bit more food in the bank. And that's interesting because they both had a pretty similar start. I'm pretty sure no sheep were stolen or anything. But it seems to me like Yellow here is not going to be making any cavalry units. He's switched quite a few villages away from food here. And Artras, we just heard the stable go up, so he's going to go with scouts. And I think he's going to be alright. He's going to get in. I'm pretty sure that Yellow is not going to be able to defend from scouts here, because he's not got his barracks up yet. And even then, only just getting his barracks up now, he's going to be a little while before he gets the spearmen out. I don't know what he's doing here. I mean, Yellow is the guy who, you know, plays very forward, plays very aggressive, but in this situation, he's looking to play pretty defensive by the sounds of it. Going up on 22 population, I think, or 23, but this is almost like a fast castle build, and this is not nice. He's lost his scout. He's killed off one of Artras's units here, but is he just going to defend with a few spears? I don't see it happening, to be honest with you. Yellow taking a risk with a fast castle here, and if he does try and fast castle, he's going to be so open for it, and it's going to be difficult to defend. By all means, it's going to work just fine if you can wall yourself in, but Yellow is a long way from completing his walls, and I don't see it happening, to be honest with you. He's going to have to switch it up. It seems like a very, very novice mistake for Yellow to make here, to forget to build his barracks or leave walling too late. I really don't know what he's doing at this moment in time. If he's not careful, he's going to lose another villager. And Artras here getting ahead already. He's probably going to switch to archers now. He's just adding in that mining camp there, and archery range will go up. So he's going to send more villagers over to gold. Start adding in some archers, and he'll try and prevent these walls from going up as well. It looks like Yellow, though, is going to try and stick with a fast castle here. He's almost got the 800 food he needs. And, well, having to put out quite a few spearmen, so it's not looking so good for Yellow. He's going to lose another villager here if he's not careful. If he gets surrounded and this spearman is out of position, then these villagers will go down. The question is, can Artras delay this wall long enough to get in? Well, I think he can. 4 scout cavalries here, no upgrades, but that's enough to deal damage to that spearman. And once Artras starts pumping the archers in here, that's not going to happen. Yellow, it's not going to happen. There's another village down, and Artras is really getting quite far ahead here. Yellow putting up his archery range blacksmith, and he's lacking the food, lacking the gold. I really don't know what he's doing here. This guy's 2k plus, and it's going down the pan, quite frankly, at the moment, in this moment in time. Alright, he's nearly got the food he needs. He's lacking the gold still, though he does have 3 villagers in there, only 2 working, however. Trying to get that gold in. Hartras, though, is he actually adding... Oh, he is. He was adding some archers in, but... Oh, I don't know. I actually thought, well, what is this? What is this? I don't know what he's done here. I think he's misclicked, obviously. Just like, I thought he was trying to draw like a penis or something. Who knows? Yeah, he's a little bit slow to send these archers over, and in fact, yellow's got this side walled up now. Right side is going to be walled up fairly soon, and obviously Artras going to know quite clearly that yellow is going for a fast castle, although saying that, it wasn't exactly very fast. In fact, he's still not clicked up, so I've got no idea what is going through his mind right now. But I think yellow is malfunctioning. He's a little bit broken. Try to desperately get this wall up then. He should do this. He's microing this villager, and one more. Gonna get the wall up, and his spearman gets out just in time as well. So the spearman will go down. Could pick off this scout, but nah, it's not gonna happen. Fortunately for yellow, he's walled himself up, and he's going up to the castle age. However, Artras does know what's up. He's not stupid. He's quite a bright tool, and he's also up to the castle age. And to be honest with you, yellow, he just gave himself such a disadvantage there. Let's have a look. He's on what, 48%. Artras is on 18. He's gonna be, I don't know, 25 seconds behind yellow in terms of castle time. And what's yellow gonna do? Well, he's gonna build cavalry archers. He'd be mad not to. He's playing as the Huns. But Artras, he's already got some archers out on the field. He's going to be continuing production of those. He's going to get fletching as well. And obviously Bodcanary once he gets up to the castle age, as well as crossbow. And then start pumping out the cavalry archers of his own. Whereas yellow, well, he's not actually making any archers at this moment in time. He's adding in a stable for bloodlines, but he will go with 4 archery ranges and cavalry archers, and obviously not going to waste any time building archers, but it just seems mad to me. Artras has got so many more villagers now, he must have. He's on 37 villagers. Yellow's on 33, but Artras is just a few moments behind him anyway in terms of castling, so yellow really messed that one up. But either way, 4 cavalry archers going to come out. Perhaps this will push Artras away for a few seconds, but whatever happens, he's going to have crossbow up here in a second anyway. So there we go, cavalry archers coming out, +1 defense, +1 attack as well, and the yellow could afford Bodkin Arrow now. He could afford it. He's got another round of cavalry archers coming out, so we'll do Bodkin Arrow straight off. And Artras is in. I'm going to have to turn the chat off here, guys. The taunts are annoying me. Archer's in. He's got 6 cavalry archers to defend. Fortunately, cavalry archers are the stronger unit, but there's a crossbow upgrade from Artras, +2 attack as well. Waiting for that one on the cavalry archers. There we go, +2 is done for those guys. And now it's going to come down to micro. Artras has got the advantage in numbers. Obviously, cavalry archers being a little stronger though, and another round of cavalry archers coming out. So, yellow could defend this if he just keeps these cavalry archers alive long enough to get the next wave out. And if he can just defend himself for long enough, then he might be able to push out with a counter attack. But losing a couple of villagers as well here, losing a cavalry archer for nothing, and Artras now starting to add those cavalry archers of his own. This is looking nasty for yellow. I don't know what he was thinking when he thought, hey, I'm going to fast castle on this really open map. But perhaps it's a handicap for Artras, I don't know. Whatever it is, it was a little bit cocky, and it's certainly not paying off. Artras now getting up his 2nd TC back at home as well. That is something that yellow is not going to be doing in a hurry, but he does have the resources for another 2 TCs, so, you know, perhaps yellow stick up a TC on some gold somewhere, or on some wood just to keep the villagers safe, and maybe it'll work out for him. Still just trying to get out the cavalry archers here, but yeah, Artras has just got so many more units, and yellow is GG, there is no question about it. Absolutely, just what? Just what? So there we go. What was I saying at the start of this video? People like to come up with new strategies. Yellow came up with the no wall fast castle strategy. It didn't pay off, and Artras just crushed him. I don't know whether I should upload this to YouTube because it was just so ridiculous, or whether I should just get on to the next game and find something better. We're gonna go back, see what Yellow has to say about that, and we'll catch the next one.